Nityananda. So, all ears, pay attention and relish the words of a pure devotee. The speaker here.
Today, they appear on the day of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is Baladev. Baladev Tapta. Brajendra Nandana Jai Kachi Sutta Haila Sai. Balaram Haila Nitai, who was formerly the son of Nanda Maharaj. He has appeared as the son of Sachidev. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother's name was Sachidev. So, Krishna. Krishna is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Balaram is Nityananda. The Nandana Jai Sachi Balaram Haila Nitai. So Balaram, in the Vedic literature it is said, Nam Atma Balahinena Labhya Na Bhuna Satina. So Bala means strength. Sometimes some rascal philosopher, they take it, the Bala means bodily strength.
Can everyone hear properly?
They propagate this philosophy that unless you are bodily stout and strong, you cannot achieve spiritual salvation. You must be very strong and stout and eat meat and fight, and then you get next spiritual strength. No. This ball, this strength is different. This is spiritual strength. The difficulty of the present situation is that actually we are moving on account of spiritual strength, but they have no information of the spiritual strength. They are thinking material strength. So that is expressed here, that ahankare matta hoiya Nitai Pada Kamala asattere satya kari mani. This is due to ahankara. Ahankara vimuratma kartaham iti mandam. Those who are vimura, especially rascal. Mura means rascal. And V means vishesh, visheshena, particular. Ahankara vimuratma, the same thing which is spoken in the Bhagavad Gita. Narottam Das Thakur says the same thing in a plain Bengali language. Ahankare matsahaya Nitai Pada. By the spell of Maya, ahankara vimuratma kartam. They are thinking that we are independent, we can do whatever we like. And this is called ahankara vimurasma. Under false pretext, false prestige, everyone is thinking that we are independent. We can find out the solution of the problems of life by material adjustment, so on and so on. So that is our material disease. Ahankara vimurasma. Bewildered. They do not understand that the real strength is spiritual strength. We see daily that a very strong man, very powerful man, very good brain, very good scientist. So what is the strength? The strength is Atma. As soon as the Atma, the soul, goes out of this body, so intelligent, so strong, and so many things, but it's not. That is the difference between dead man and the living man. The living man is very powerful, very good position, everything. As soon as he lies down, he is lying down on the floor, and if you kick him on his face, he will not protest. So where is that strength? The strength is gone. That is spiritual strength. On the spiritual strength, the body moves. Suppose you have got a very good car, Mercedes car or Rolls Royce car, but when there is no petrol, how the car will move? It is not possible. There is spirit, petrol spirit. Similarly, real strength is spiritual strength. That spiritual strength is Balaram. Bala means strength. Therefore, we have to take shelter of the lotus feet of Balaram. Guru Tattva. Balaram means Guru Tattva. Balaram represents Guru. Jasya Prasadan Bhagavat Prasad. If we want to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if we want to understand Krishna, then we must take shelter of Balaram. Kaya Atma Balahinena Labha. Balahinena Labha, this Vedic injunction means without the mercy of Balaram, you cannot understand, you cannot realize your spiritual identity. So that Balaram comes as Nityananda Prabhu. Balaram Hoira Nityananda. Therefore, we must take shelter of Balaram. That is, this song has been sung by Narottam Das Thakur. Nitai Pada Kamala, Pati Chandra Sushi. If we take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, then we get peace. Pati Chandra Sushi. It's like in daytime, especially in the summer season, we become very much exasperated. But at night, in the evening, as soon as there is moonshine, we become very much satisfied. All day's labor and fatigue is immediately moved. So, Nitai Pada Kamala, the shade of Nityananda Prabhu, lotus tree, is Koti Chandra Sushikal, as pleasing as 1 crore of moonshine. One moonshine gives us so much pleasure. If we want actually peace of mind, if we actually want to be free from this material fatigue, then we must take to shelter of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is the strength, spiritual strength, and without spiritual strength, you cannot approach Krishna. Nayamatma pravacana. Simply by talking nonsense. Nayamatma pravacana love. If you are a good speaker, that does not mean you'll understand yourself. Na means bhaya, neither by good brain, because you have got very good brain, you will understand Krishna. No. Nayamatma pravacana love. Na means bhaya. Na bahuna sutena. If you think that you are a very good scholar, university degree holder, then you will understand. No, this is not possible. So we must have spiritual strength. That source of spiritual strength is Balaram. Krishna's next manifestation, Prakash Vigraha. Krishna is manifesting himself through Balaram. So we have to take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu. Nitai Pada Kamala, Koti Chanda Sushi. Jechhavai Jagatpura. The whole world is suffering. But if you want peace, then you take the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu. Hanonitai Bina Pai, Radha Krishna Paitanya. Virakari Haronitai Pai. Our real aim of life, how to go back home, back to Godhead, and associate with Radha Krishna. In another song, the same author said, Manusya jano apaya Radha Krishna na bhajya janiya suniya vijakhai. Unless you come to Radha Krishna, you cannot get real pleasure. If you want to dance and get pleasure, don't dance independently. Dance with Krishna. Then you will be happy. The dancing is there. But dancing without association of Krishna, just like here in our temple, we are also eating. But we are eating the remnants of food stuff left by Krishna. That is real pleasure. It is not that we are stopping eating. We are not stopping. We are not dry pleasure. Krishna Vara Dayamai Kurivare Jivha Jai Saprasad Anna Dilavai. All over the world we are eating Krishna Prasadam, and we have got good experience. At least 10,000 men and women, they are taking Krishna Prasadam, but we have no anxiety. We have no anxiety. A family consists of a few members, they are full of anxiety, how to maintain their health. And we are maintaining a family of 10,000 men. We have no anxiety. Just see practice. We have no anxiety. We require thousands and thousands of rupees for maintaining Europe, America, they're costly affairs. But because we are under the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, Balaram, we have no anxiety. That means material life means anxiety. You cannot avoid anxiety if you lead a material life. Then you will be anxious. That is Prahlad Maharaj's instruction. He was asked by his father, my dear son, what you have learned, the best thing from your teacher. So he replied, my dear father, he never said my dear father. He said, my dear, best of the Asuras. Asura what? Tasadhu manne suravardhadena. Tasadhu manne suravardhadena. Sada samudvigna dhyam asadgraha. The whole human society is suffering, at least suffering from one disease, anxiety. Ask anybody. Take one small ant and take the big elephant, take the President of the United States, or take one street beggar. Ask him whether you are free from anxiety. Nobody will say, no, I am full of anxiety. That's a fact. So why is there anxiety? I'm full of anxiety. That Prahlad that replied. Sada samadvigna dhyam asadgraha. Because they have taken asad vastu, that will not exist. Everything, whatever we are, this body will not exist. And this is the main platform of our existence. In the material world, so long the body is there, you exist. So, Prahlad Maharaj said that real solution of problems of life is to get out of this material condition. That is best thing, in my opinion. Tada samudvigna dhyam also. That is Vedic injunction also. Asatruma, sadgama. Don't live in this asat, in this material condition. Sadgama. Go to real existence. The real existence means spiritual life. Na hannate hannamane sarira. So, if we actually want life, a blissful life, then we must get out of this material. That is Prahlad Maharaj. Samadvigna dhyam. And if you remain in the material existence, you must suffer from anxiety. There is no excuse. So, Prahlad Maharaj advises that Ityatma dhatam grihanda kupam bonangato jag harimasareta. If you, real problem is anxiety, and this anxiety will continue so long your material existence. Therefore, the real life is to get out of this material existence. Ityatmadhatam, atmadhatam. Atmadhatam means killing the soul. This material civilization is killing the soul. That they have no information of the soul. They do not know how to become peaceful, how to become blissful. They are trying to be peaceful by external material energy. They are thinking by constructing big buildings, just like in Bhubaneswar they are doing, and having good, very big roads and motor cars. That is advancement of civilization. No, that is not advancement. That is increasing the anxiety. There is no solution of the anxiety. Very formerly that I was thinking, there was no university. The university was in the cortex, Basde. Basde was writing Srimad Bhagavatam and all the Puranas in a cortex. So university was there. Who can produce such literature as Basde has given? From any angle of vision, from literary point of view, from philosophical point of view, everything so perfect. Every literature, Mahabharata, Purana, and Vedanta, very best. He had given. So there was no need of university. It required clear brain. That was to be done by the Brahminical qualification. Sama dhamma tudikha javo jnanam vidya Anamasitam Brahma Karmasam. Where is that education? This education, technical education, how you can very nicely emerge. This will not solve the problem. So if we want real solution of the problem, then our duty is, first of all, to take the shelter of Nitai Pada Kamala. Then we'll be happy and we'll get moonshine and our all fatigueness will be subsided. সে সম্বন্ধ নাহি যার বৃথা জন্ম গেল তা। If you have no connection with Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda means always. Nitya means always. Ananda means pleasure. This is another meaning you can draw. Therefore, if you have no connection with Nityananda Prabhu, se sambandha nahi ja. Vritha janma karo. It's simply wasting time. Vritha means useless. Uselessly is wasting time. Sei pasu boro duracha. And Narottam Das Thakur has used a very strong one. Anyone who has no connection with Nityananda Prabhu, he is a posu, sei posu. He is a posu, means animal. The animal, how one animal can get happiness, that is not possible. The dog, from the childhood, is searching after food, and cannot get food unless a dog has got a master. He is a thief dog and is always unhappy. So better to become a dog of Nityananda Prabhu, then we shall be happy. Instead of becoming dog of so many other people, everyone is dog. Everyone is searching after to serve a master. But none of them are satisfied because there is false master. You take real master, Nityananda Prabhu, you will be happy. Say Pasu Baro Duracha. He does not know where is happiness, where I shall become a dog. That our Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has sung therefore. Vaishnava Thakur Tomaro Kukur Bolia Jano More. My dear Vaishnava Thakur, kindly accept me as your dog. As your dog. I am dog already, but I am Maya's dog. I am not Vaishnava's dog. So kindly accept me. If you become a Vaishnava's dog, Charya Vaishnava Seva, Nishtar Peche Keva. If you do not become a dog of Vaishnava, Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda is Guru. So, if you do not become a dog of Nityananda Prabhu, Vaishnava or Guru, there is no question of happiness. Se sambandha nahi jar vitha janma gar. Sei pasu boro duracha. Nitai na bolilo mukhe, mojilo samsaro sukhe. He has no connection with Nityananda Prabhu, and he does not say Jai Nitai, Jai Go. Mojilo samsaro. He thinks that this society, family, and society, friendship and love, divinely bestowed our man, this materialist person, they say like that. That is called Mojilo Samsara. Samsara, there cannot be any issue, but he is attracted. Mojilo Samsara. Vidya kule ki kori beta. What we do is university education or born in a big family. It is not possible. Vidya kule ki kori beta. Why they are accepting this false ahankare mapta hoiya, nitai pada pasariya, asattere satya koliman. On account of being misled by false prestige and false you got asattare sattva. We are accepting this body, which is asat, which will not exist, and that we have taken as reality. Ahankara mastahiya, Nitai Pada Kamala. But if we take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, then we get the enlightenment. Asattare sattva parimani, Nitai koruna have braje Radha Krishna prabhe, dhara Nitai charana. Therefore, Narottam Das Thakur advises that today is Nityananda Prabhu's Abhibhav, appearance day. Let us at least remember today Nitai Pada Kamala. That is what Nitai Charana Sastha Tahara Shivakanvita. The reality is Nitai Charana, and anyone who is servant of Nitai, so Nitai Charana Sastha Tahara Shivaka Nitya. One who has become the dog of Nityananda Prabhu, he gets his eternal life. We are eternal, but under misconception of material identification, we are under the subjugation of Maya, Bhutta, Palya, Tatha Dehanta. It is very bothersome, but they do not know. Going from one body to another, transmigration, and that is not guaranteed what kind of body. They have no science, no knowledge about understanding Tatha Dehanta, the very first instruction of our body. They are so rascals, and they are proud of their education, their university. This is going on. Nitai Charana Sattva Tahara Shivavan. Nitai Pada Sadakaro. Therefore, we should always expect to be under the shelter of Nitai Pada Kamala, Narottama Bharadvati. Narottam Das Thakur, his Acharya, he is presenting himself, that is Acharya. I mean, he is not Dukhi, but he is presenting himself as Dukhi, that is Acharya. Acharyas, they are never Dukhi, but taking the common man's position, he says Narottama Bharadvati. Or in other words, Narottam. Narottam is the best of the human being. So here, in this material world, one may be the best of the human being, very exalted position, but everyone is Dukhi, unhappy. Narottama Bharadvati. Nitai Mane Karasu. Only Nityananda can make me happy. Otherwise not possible. Rakha Ranga Charanera. So, today's Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day, we shall always pray, Nityananda Prabhu, kindly keep me under your shelter, so that I am very dukhi, I am very unhappy. Under the shelter of your lotus feet, I shall be happy. And that is real life. Thank you.
Krishna Kirtana Ganana Tana Pano Premamritam Manidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priyau Priyakarau Nirmasanau Pujitau Sri Chaitanya Kripa Bharo Bhubi Bhuva Bharavahantarako Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujaga Sri Gopalako Krishna Kirtana Ganana Tana Paro Premamritam Banidhi Dhira धीर जन प्रिय प्रियकर निर्मत्सर पूजित नाना शास्त्र विचार सद्धर्म संस्थापक लोकानां हितकारिणः त्रिभुवने मन्नौ शरण्याकरौ नाना शास्त्र विचारणौ सद्धर्म संस्थापकौ लोकानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने मन्नौ शरण्याकरौ राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्द भजनान
निताई पद कमल कोटि चंद्र सुशीतल
Pada Kamala Kopichanda Shushitala
छाया जगत जुड़ाए
Nijaya Jagat Julai. So, it is today is the appearance day of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu. We heard Srila Prabhupada. So just a few points of clarification, because when an Acharya speaks, he speaks at his own level. And it is not always possible for everyone to come to that level. He will start one subject matter and then he will go to the next subject matter, thinking that we are intelligent enough to understand. Thinking that we are intelligent enough to understand. So, a few clarifications for fools like us, for me, that Srila Prabhupada was saying that, first of all, Lord Nityananda is non-different from Lord Balaram. In Krishna Leela, as Krishna, first expansion is Lord Balaram. First expansion. Now, what is this expansion that we have to understand? Every single expansion has a very specific, embodies a specific principle. So what principle does Balaram? Now, our discussion is going to be today on Lord Nityananda Prabhu and not Lord Balaram. However, Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Balaram are the same. But the moods are different. Krishna is in one particular mood. He is known as Leela Purushottam. Leela Purushottam means that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is always engaged in relishing pastimes. Leela Purushottam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Prem Purushottam. Prem Purushottam. He is relishing Prem. Krishna is the personification of Prem, and he is engaged in loving relationship. All his pastimes with his friends, with his parents, with his girlfriends, all different aspects of prema. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is distributing this prema. Krishna was relishing this prema, was enacting this prema, and was living this prema. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was distributing this prema. But as we have read, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the embodiment of this prema, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combined incarnation of Radha Krishna. What is that? Mahaprabhu expressed to Ramananda Rai that he is the combined incarnation of the highest relisher, Rasaraj, is known as Rasaraj. Rasa is loving relationship, a relish of loving relationship. And Raj is the king. He's the king of all spiritual relationship. Rasaraj. And Mahabhav. Radharani is Mahabhav. Mahabhav is the energy of Krishna which gives him the utmost pleasure and gives also others like us the utmost pleasure. Hladini Shakti. So Mahaprabhu is a combination of Rasaraj and Mahabhav. So naturally his mood will be different. Krishna was not a combination of Rasaraj and Mahabhav. In fact, Krishna separated from him the Mahabhav aspect. Hladini. He separated. Yeah. So Radharani, as we know, has three different aspects. Radharani has three different aspects. Three different features. Before Mahaprabhu and in Dwapar Yuga, before Krishna's appearance, Radharani was the internal Shakti, Antaranga Shakti is called, internal Shakti, which is personified as Radharani, and from inside Radharani was always giving Krishna the utmost pleasure, was giving Krishna the motivation to relish, because he is a relisher, he is a Purusha. He's a Purusha. Purusha means one who is relishing, enjoying. And he is also saying that in the Gita, Bhuktaram. I am Bhuktaram. Bhukta means one who enjoys. And Bhuktaram means I am the personification of enjoyment. So, in Krishna Leela, Krishna is Purushottam, Leela Purushottam. And Radharani from inside is motivating him. You are Leela Purushottam, so why are you not performing Leela? Unless you perform Leela, Radharani is telling Krishna, you're not going to be able to relish fully. So come on, relish. So then Krishna said, okay, then I have to separate you. So that I can do Leela with you. Because you give the highest pleasure. I cannot find this pleasure with anyone else. So therefore, yes, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that for the purpose of Leela, performing pastimes, Radha and Krishna separated. So, the second feature of Radharani is the manifested internal energy, manifested. First, she was unmanifested within Krishna's heart, but she was there active, motivating him, inspiring him from inside. And then in Dwapar Yuga, in Krishna Leela, Krishna separated Radharani. And so that Radharani could give Krishna utmost pleasure in his pastimes. And to show that without Radharani, no pastime is relishable for Krishna. Of all the different relationships, the highest is the Madhurya Leela. Krishna's pastimes with the gopis in loving relationship. It is complete. All the other relationships are incomplete. Not fully. So it is manifest. Radharani becomes manifest, and that is her second feature of manifestation. To inspire Krishna to act in his transcendental pastimes. And she also then expands herself as Yogamaya to arrange everything. And the third feature is the mood of Radharani when she is performing pastimes with Krishna. And this mood is Nityananda Prabhu. This mood is Nityananda Prabhu. So, in Chaitanya Leela, Nityananda is a combination of Balaram and the Ananga Manjari. This is, of course, a very esoteric topic, so we don't have to go so much in deep into it. However, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a combined incarnation of Rasaraj Mahabhav, Nityananda Prabhu is an incarnation of Radharani's feature of giving utmost pleasure through her service attitude. Nityananda Prabhu Balaram serves Krishna in every fashion. And in every rasa. Nityananda Prabhu expands as all the eternal servitors, friends, Sudam, Sridham, Madhumangal, these are all eternal friends of Krishna. Then Jashodamai and Nanda Maharaj, Vrishabhanu, Kirtida, they are all expansions of Lord Balaram Nityananda. And in the Madhurya Ras, he is present, Balaram is present, Nityananda is present as Ananga Manjari, the younger sister of Radharani, the younger sister in the Manjari Bhav. Manjaris don't want to enjoy with Krishna. All the gopis, they want to enjoy with Krishna. But rather, the Manjaris don't want to enjoy with Krishna. They want Krishna to enjoy with Radharani. So, Nityananda Prabhu is this third feature the servitorship in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to distribute prema. First, he was in household life, and after that he became a sannyas. So as a sannyas, he could not distribute prema because he had to relish the mood of Radharani, and therefore he had to withdraw himself. So he gave this work, this responsibility of propagating prema. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began with the Sankirtan, so Nityananda Prabhu then took over the scepter, the baton of propagating Sankirtan. And Mahaprabhu, for 12 years, he was in Gambhira, completely immersed in the mood of Radharani, in the mood of separation. That was his main reason, Krishna's main reason to come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, so that he can relish Radharani's mood of love. That was his main. So in order to do that, he had to withdraw himself. And he gave this responsibility to Nityananda Prabhu, that you go and distribute prema, and you get married. At the age of 44, he got married. So you were there at his Nityananda Prabhu's in-laws' place. Gauridas Pandit and Suryadas Pandit in Kalna was Nityananda Prabhu's in-laws. Gauridas Pandit had two daughters. Gauridas Pandit had two daughters, Jannava and Vasudha. Jannava and Vasudha. They are the eternal consorts. Balaram had also two. Rohini and Varuni. Varuni, two wives. Eternal consorts. Nityananda Prabhu also, Jannava and Vasudha. And Gauridas Pandit was her father and Nityananda Prabhu's father-in-law. So you saw the deities there, Gaur Nitai. They could not leave. He could not leave the house of Suryadas Pandit. So they said, okay, you put us on the altar. So they came in the altar and they became deities. And the deities walked away. This is something very wonderful. So Mahaprabhu said, oh, Nityananda, you have to do something. He said, yes, my Lord, you tell me. Whatever you say, I shall follow. You get married. Okay, I shall get married. Because if people think that to get love of Godhead, one has to be like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking sannyas and withdrawing himself and locking himself up in a small little room for 12 years and not associating with anyone. So everyone will try to follow him. But that is not good. So when they see you married, you have a son, Veer Chandra, very powerful. Veer Chandra, Nityananda Prabhu's son, he would preach everywhere riding an elephant. so that people don't get the wrong idea. So Nityananda Prabhu said, yes, I shall get married. Got married. So in that way, Nityananda Prabhu, this Seva Bhav, is what we have to take shelter of. So today, if we pray to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, so, oh Lord Nityananda, you please bless us. Then we will get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without Nityananda Prabhu's approval and mercy, it's not possible to get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. And without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, it is not possible to get prema for Radha and Krishna. So this is the hierarchy, one can say. Nitai bine bhai, Radha Krishna paite nai, we sang today. Drida kori dharo Nitai chalano dukhani. So without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, one cannot get the love of Godhead Sri Krishna and Radha. Therefore, hold tight the lotus feet of Nityananda to your heart. The whole process of Bhakti Yoga is not practice, it is actual love and affection. It's like you are singing also. When Nityananda Prabhu sees somebody shedding tears for Mahaprabhu, immediately gives everything. As soon as he sees tears. That means we have to actually have this deep feeling of affection so that when we chant or pray to Mahaprabhu, tears should come. It will come. Not so easy because our heart has become very hard. Because we have such long connection with matter. You see, our consciousness is like crystal. And like crystal, it takes on the same color as the surrounding crystal. You know crystal. Takes the same color. So our consciousness is like that. So in contact with matter, our heart has become like matter. Like matter. And therefore, we cannot have this feeling. The heart is not feeling anymore. Sometimes there's some feeling there, sometimes. But it has to be connected with the transcendental feeling, transcendental emotion. Then it will be long term. But right now, our emotions are connected with material relationship. So therefore it is very short-lived, not long, short-lived, because it is matter. So Nityananda Prabhu will help us to develop this spiritual emotion, Shraddha. So therefore today we have to pray to the Lord Nityananda that he blesses us. By his blessings, everything is possible. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Questions?
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can you tell us
what would be favorable for this seva bhav, what you mentioned to Nityananda Prabhu? So one is tears.
Well, the seva bhav we learn from our guru. When all of us, we are coming from the material world. So in the material world, we have learned how to use others to serve us. We are always planning and manipulating people so they can serve us. We are looking for service. We are trying to also escape giving service to others. We don't have the service attitude. We want to exploit everyone. And we think we are very intelligent, that I'm exploiting so many people. I must be very intelligent. But actually, this is a curse. This is a curse because we may think that I'm very intelligent in manipulating others to serve me, but those who are being forced and manipulated to serve, they're all the time cursing us. That rascal, why is he doing this to me? That rascal, maybe finish. So don't think that their curse doesn't work. Krishna is not happy. Krishna, Paramatma is not happy. You're trying to, you think you're better than that person that you're trying to manipulate? You think you're a better person? He is exactly that person who you're trying to manipulate is as good as you are to me. Krishna doesn't make a difference. For Krishna, everybody is equal. So if we try to manipulate, so that is what we have learned. We have learned how to manipulate. Otherwise, one cannot make progress in material life. Material life progress means to build our success on the failures of others. That's all. To build our success on the failures so that we make them failure. Because I'm holding a superior position and I'm better in manipulating. That will not help. And worst thing is that we will be very unhappy. One cannot be happy by making another person unhappy. It's not possible. It is not the law of nature. Not the law of nature. So we have to always see that we are not making anyone unhappy. Should not try to make anyone unhappy. Of course, the people are sometimes unhappy due to their own different reasons, but we should not be the cause of it.
Haribol, I have one more question.
Yes.
Prabhupada mentioned the meaning of Bala in Balaram. I couldn't catch it. What was the translation?
Bala means strength.
Strength. Okay, thank you
Yes.
very much.
And Ram means bliss. So Balaram gives us these two. Gives us strength, but spiritual strength, and gives spiritual pleasure, Ram. Nityananda Prabhu also. Nitya means eternal, Ananda. Nityananda. Why we should not be happy? What is the reason? Is there any reason why we should not be happy? Huh? What do you think? Is there any reason?
No, but you should always say, why should be happy when you live here in this planet?
No, but is there any reason why we should not be happy?
No.
But still we are unhappy. Why? Because we are making others unhappy. That's why. Because we think by exploiting others we will be happy. So if we can make others happy, that's why Mahaprabhu's 3 pillars of religion, Sankirtan, is that Jivedaya, to be compassionate to others. But we are so concerned with our own self. We're only thinking about our own self. All the time. All the time we are thinking only of ourselves. But we don't even care to see how others are suffering. As soon as we start doing that, then we will become more happy. Because actually, by all the time thinking of ourselves, what do we do when we think of ourselves? We think of our problems only. We think only about our problems. So if we are thinking about our problems, how can we be happy? Can thinking of problems make anyone happy? But if we simply shift and then I have taken shelter of Krishna. And Krishna is very, very kind, is very, very reciprocating always. And he's very grateful. So I leave it to Krishna. My problem I leave to Krishna. And let me see if I can help the problems of others. Then Krishna will certainly, 100%. Oh, this person, he's trying to help my other sons and daughters. We are all his sons and daughters. Oh, he's trying to help my sons and daughters. I must help him. Because the others, they don't know how to take help from Krishna. They don't know. But the devotees know. So the devotees, if they help others and they say, Krishna, my problem is now your problem. I cannot solve. Do you think that we are actually solving our problems? Because we are so egoistic, we think that we are able to solve our own problems. Absolutely wrong, fools. We are not in a position. How can we solve problems where the material energy is much stronger than us? So the problems have been created by the material energy. Now, if the material energy has created the problem, how can we fight against the material energy, which is much stronger than us? Much stronger. We have to realize this. So we should concentrate on trying to help others. Anyhow, by giving them good advice, for example. Hey, don't do this. This is, no, it's not going to be. And in that way, we will not all the time think about our own selves. You see, we are all the time thinking about our own selves because we are not thinking about others. So we have to think about someone. So we think about ourselves. But ourselves means we are always thinking about our problems. But those who are happy, they don't think about themselves. They want to share that happiness. Isn't it? Yeah? Then you start thinking of others. So actually people even don't understand, realize that the problems cannot be solved by one person. Never. It is not possible. Impossible. Not only is it not possible, it is impossible. But if we said, Krishna, I've decided that I don't know what is going to happen in the future. I don't see. So my decision to solve the problem is a future project. It's not an immediate project. It's a future project. I'm sick. I take medicine. Is the medicine going to cure me right away? No, sir. It is a future project. After 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, 1 month, whatever. So all these problems are a future project, and I don't know how the future is going to appear. So Krishna, you know. You know. So I give it to you. And I will patiently wait and see what happens. I shall patiently wait. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Can I ask a question?
Yes. The time is past anyhow. Yeah.
Okay, I can ask tomorrow if you want.
No, you go ahead. Just to let you know.
My question is that you mentioned that Mahaprabhu is distributing prema and why Krishna is relishing prema. Is it the predominating characteristic, or is this mixed with the other feeling also that Mahaprabhu is also relishing?
Mahaprabhu is relishing, but in a different way. Also relishing. He's relishing in the mood of Radharani. And Krishna is relishing in the mood of Krishna.
Krishna is also distributing prem because he is engaged in pastimes and thereby distributing prem.
No, wait. Who told you this?
When he is...
No, who told you that he's distributing prem?
By being
Where did you read it?
No, I'm just asking you.
You're not asking, you're making a statement, and based on that statement, you're making a further statement. No, he's not distributing prem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a short question. Prabhupada spoke about the strength of the soul. And is that to be understood like you explained, that the strength of the soul is that we take ourselves back, take shelter of Mahaprabhu and trust him and help others? In that sense, could one describe the strength of the soul like this?
Yes, that is what Nityananda Balaram is giving us, the strength. The strength comes from Lord Nityananda.
Yeah, the strength of the soul and not the strength we have in the material world.
Both. Because after all, there are 5 different ways we serve, with body, mind, and soul. So with the body, when we serve, we need bodily strength also. And when we are serving with the soul, we also need the strength of the soul. So both. In the service of the Lord, we need the strength, both body as well as words. The strength of the words, of course, is the wisdom, you can say like that. But in the service of the Lord, we need everything. Hare Krishna. When Krishna so desires, and Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Srila Prabhupada blesses us, we shall get to hear Hari Katha right now soon again. I thank all of you for your patient hearing, and I beg forgiveness for all the mistakes I've committed. Let us now offer our most humble obeisances at the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. Hare Krishna and all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare
Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.